Alrighty everyone, welcome into this live stream. We currently have a tornado warning in Arkansas along Interstate 30. This includes the cities of Arkadelphia, Gurdon, Caddo Valley, and Gum Springs. So if you're traveling in this area, please pull off the roads and seek shelter now inside a gas station or any building you can find. It is not safe to be in a vehicle in these areas. If you are traveling northeast on Interstate 30, near Gurdon or Prescott, pull off and avoid this road until further notice. I'm just getting a couple things set up here, not quite ready yet, but we're going to go live. What's up, Paige? Thanks for tuning into the stream. Appreciate you. So once again, we do have a tornado warning in southern Arkansas. This does include portions of Interstate 30, so we're going to go ahead and read this. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time for central Clark County in Arkansas. So at 3:21 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Gurdon, or 11 miles southwest of Arkadelphia, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. This is also associated with quarter-sized hail, and I wouldn't be surprised to see 50 or 60 mile an hour winds. So flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. If you are in a vehicle and there are no buildings for you to pull off to, lie flat in the nearest ditch, or if you stay in your vehicle, leave your seatbelt on and the vehicle on. Do not park under an overpass. That is one of the worst things you can do. It acts as a wind tunnel, and the tornadic wind speeds will accelerate. Currently, we have no confirmed tornado on the ground, but this rotation is riding right along Interstate 30, just to the southwest of Gum Springs, Arkansas. I'd like to give a shout out to Justin R. Wind Dancer Media. He is allowing us to use his live chasing feed today. He is out in Arkansas. I believe he's currently on Interstate 30, not too far from this tornado warning. Let me check. Let's have a look. Okay, so Justin is just outside of Rockport, Arkansas. I believe he is going for this storm. So, once again, huge shout out to him for allowing us to use his feed. I will put a link for him in the chat, but here's his feed right now. If anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to pull it up and we'll take a look. Give me just a second, everyone. I'm going to get a link to Justin's channel. It's going to take a second for me to get everything set up, but if you would like to, I'd appreciate it if you can share the stream out on all your social media. So here's Justin's channel. Be sure to go subscribe to him. He is 90 subscribers away from 2,000. That is a huge milestone, so please go support him. But once again, we do have this tornado warning in southwest Arkansas along Interstate 30. This rotation is riding right along the interstate. So some cities included in this tornado warning are Gum Springs, Arkadelphia, Caddo Valley, and this is moving northeast relatively quickly. Let's see, National Weather Service says 30 miles an hour. I would agree with that. 30, 35. The radar coverage isn't the best over here. It's not as bad as what it could be, but we'll do our best. This rotation is right along Interstate 30 now. So if you're in Gum Springs, Arkansas, now's your time to get into your safe spot. Do not mess around with this storm. And Arkadelphia, you're next. So if there is a tornado on the ground, this is an extremely dangerous situation. I would say there's probably not a tornado on the ground at this point in time, but there is certainly very strong rotation with this. But Arkadelphia, you've probably got 5 or 10 minutes. In Gum Springs, this rotation is just about on top of you. So please get into your safe spot. This is pretty much your final warning, Gum Springs. Tortuga Lisa, I really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the sub. That helps out a lot. Welcome to the channel. If you are located in these areas in the tornado watch today, you can see those pink boxes those pink, or I guess light red boxes, that is a severe thunderstorm watch. A couple tornadoes are possible, but your main threats will be damaging winds and large hail. And then this yellow box, which includes cities like Little Rock, Arkansas, Shreveport, Louisiana, Tyler, Texas, Longview, Texas, Texarkana, both in Texas and Arkansas. These areas are expecting a couple tornadoes, and that tornado watch is in effect through 9 p.m. this evening. We currently have 1 tornado warning, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. We have this severe thunderstorm warning. Actually, it expired. We had a tornado possible tag for Little Rock, Arkansas, but it looks like that storm has weakened below severe limits. So this is really our main focus right now, this rotation near Gum Springs, and it looks like it is continuing to strengthen. So in Gum Springs, Arkansas, Arkadelphia, please get into your safe spot right now, especially if you are in Gum Springs, because this is just about right on top of you. In Caddo Valley, Arkansas, it looks like this is going to miss you just to the east, but nonetheless, you are in this polygon, so please get into your safe spot. It is a much better idea to just get there. Better safe than sorry, so please go ahead and get in your safe spot. If you are in Gurdon, Arkansas, especially to the south of Gurdon, you are now in the clear. If you are north of Gurdon, along route, or I guess this is Highway 67, especially near Gum Springs, continue to stay in your safe spot. But if you are anywhere south of this whole rotation we've got near Gurdon, you are good. Just keep an eye on the weather because these conditions are always changing and you guys are expecting more storms later. You're not out of it yet. But I'll give a little bit of an overview just for those of you tuning in. We currently have today a slight risk of severe weather. Let's get that overlay pulled up. Here's our slight risk. You can see those areas shaded in yellow. That is a 2 out of 5 severe weather risk. So in these areas, we have a 5% tornado risk, I believe a 15% damaging winds risk, and I'm not sure about hail. But our main threat today is going to be in central and eastern Arkansas, along with portions of Mississippi, western Tennessee, southern Illinois, southeast Missouri. We actually have this severe thunderstorm warning up here in southern Missouri. This is really our only activity up there right now, other than this whole line. So at 3:31 p.m. Central Daylight Time, that's about 2 minutes ago, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 10 miles north of Licking to near Houston to near Mountain Grove. So this is a very large severe thunderstorm warning, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, so secure loose objects and consider moving inside a sturdy building. These storms have plenty of lightning with them. For some reason, I cannot get my lightning to work on Radar Omega, but I just took a look at the storm on Radar Scope, and they are producing plenty of lightning, so please make sure you are staying indoors. When thunder roars, get indoors. It is better safe than sorry. Don't take the risk. And then these pink boxes are a severe thunderstorm watch. You can see this one up here in southern Missouri expires in about 2.5 hours. And our main threat right now, this tornado watch, which includes much of the Arklatex region, northwest Louisiana, northeast Texas, central and southern Arkansas, and extreme southeastern Oklahoma. That is going to be in effect through 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time tonight. So that's what we've got going on today. I do want to focus in on this tornado warning that we have near Arkadelphia, Arkansas. So this rotation is now on top of Gum Springs. So now's your time to be in your safe spot. Gum Springs, Arkansas. This rotation is on top of you. I doubt we have a tornado on the ground right now, but the National Weather Service has put this tornado warning out because there is the potential for a tornado to spin up with this storm. This is our most severe storm as of right now. It's what we need to have our eye on. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. It is completely optional, but it really does help out a lot. If you're just tuning in, consider liking the stream. Even just watching helps out, so I appreciate all of you being here. If you would like to go above and beyond, there is a PayPal linked in chat, but that is 100% optional. That's only for the people who want to go above and beyond, but I'm really here just to help out, and even just watching helps. I appreciate you all being here. We're just here to keep you safe, especially these people in Clark County, Arkansas. Yes, Clark County, Arkansas. You are under a tornado warning for another 25 minutes, specifically Caddo Valley, Gum Springs, Arkadelphia, Daleville. If you're near Witherspoon, get into your safe spot. You guys are just outside of that tornado warning polygon, but that looks like that's only because of a county line. You will probably be in the next one if they do issue that. So right now this rotation is just to the east of I-30, right over Gum Springs, Arkansas, which appears to be a small town or a neighborhood. So we need everybody there to get into their safe spot. If you know anybody in Clark County, Arkansas, please share this stream with them. If you are in these areas, make sure you have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts throughout today and tonight. This is going to be an ongoing threat. And as we get further into the evening, these storms are going to move further east across Arkansas and then into northern Mississippi and western Tennessee. This storm is also accompanied by 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar-sized hail, so definitely another reason to get indoors. Let me know where you're all tuning in from in the chat, just a state or a city, anywhere that we need to keep an eye on this afternoon. Once again, Tortuga Lisa, I really appreciate the new subscription. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all of you that are in here. Getting wet where Justin is? Yes, Justin is located along Interstate 30. I believe he's going for this storm. He's just outside of this tornado warning polygon. And yeah, it is getting heavy. He's about to be in some hail, it looks like. Prescott, Arizona, clear skies here. Yeah, let's check on your weather really quick while we've got a second. Okay, so here is Prescott, Arizona. Okay, so it looks like the whole state of Arizona is clear skies today. Probably going to be a hot one there, I'm not sure. Let's look at the temperature. Actually, it's pretty comfortable. Most of the state's sitting in the 60s and 70s, some in the 80s further south. So it looks like a pretty nice day out there in Arizona. Once again, I want to give a shout out to Justin R. Wind Dancer Media and his wife for allowing me to use their live chase feed today. It looks like they're buffering right now. They are heading for this tornado warned storm. So that is who we've got today live in the top corner. Hey, South Central Alaska WX, welcome into the stream. Thank you for tuning in. We've got 4 people watching and 6 likes. I appreciate all of you. If you have not already, please consider liking the stream. But once again, we do have this tornado warning near Gum Springs in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. This is my main concern right now. It's our only tornado warned storm. The most severe as of right now. Most signs of rotating. So this would be our most likely storm to produce a tornado as of right now. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the live chat. I'm happy to answer those. That is what I'm here for. I do not know what I just did. I think I accidentally moved Justin. That's weird. There we go. Alright. Sorry everyone, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Looks like Justin's stream is buffering again, but hopefully we'll get it back soon. But this rotation is now pretty much on top of Arkadelphia, Arkansas. So if you are in these areas, continue to seek shelter through about 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time or whenever you are out of this tornado warning. Please respect the polygon. The National Weather Service has put this tornado warning out for a reason. I believe Arkadelphia is a decently large city. Hey Jesse, welcome into the stream. Thanks for tuning in. So they just put out a new severe thunderstorm warning for this storm. It does have a tornado possible tag along with 1-inch quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is moving right along Interstate 30. So this severe thunderstorm warning does include Caddo Valley, Friendship, Arkadelphia, Donaldson, Midway, Malvern, Rockport, and areas around there in Arkansas. So if you are along these areas near Interstate 30, please be prepared to seek shelter just in case you are put under that tornado warning. They have highlighted the potential for a tornado with this storm. You can see that tornado possible tag. So make sure that you are taking those proper precautions. But if you are in Arkadelphia or Caddo Valley, you should already be in your safe spot by now, as this rotation has made its way towards the northeastern end of this tornado warning polygon. But if you are in Gum Springs or Gurdon, you are probably good to exit your safe spot for now, but still be cautious. You've got more storms heading your way. This is the only one with tornadic potential at the moment. Looks like Justin is getting a lot of rain on his feed. I think he's having the issue where the camera keeps focusing on the raindrops, but he is heading towards this tornado warning. I will check on his spotter dot. I believe he's right in Caddo Valley. Yeah, Justin is in Caddo Valley, just at the very edge of this tornado warning, right over here. Once again, huge shout out to him and his wife for letting me use their live feed today. Be sure to go subscribe to his channel. I'll put that link in chat. Yes, Justin is in it. He is right near the hail part of this storm. He's right in that hail core, right on top of Caddo Valley, so he's getting heavy rain and small hail. We've got 5 people watching and 7 likes, so I appreciate all of you for tuning in. It looks like they did go ahead and expire that tornado warning. The rotation was kind of weakening a bit over time. If we go back a couple frames, you can see this is right around when it was issued, when the rotation was just north of Gurdon. And then as it approached Gum Springs, it kind of just lost its steam a little bit. But we do still have that tornado possible tag, so it'll be interesting to see if we do get another tornado warning with this storm. I do think it's definitely possible. I would still recommend in Arkadelphia and Caddo Valley that you stay in your safe spot. It doesn't hurt to be there for another 10 or 15 minutes. But you are no longer under that tornado warning. Can we get a mic check really quick? I think I'm having some feedback with the microphone. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully no static. Yes, the radar is pretty cool. It's pretty cool that we have access to materials like these, or resources like these, and that I can live stream this to you all. This is Radar Omega for anybody interested. I believe it is $8.99 or $7.99 on iOS, and probably the same price on Android. And if you would like to use it on desktop, which is Linux, macOS, and Windows, you can do that with any subscription. The cheapest one starts at $4.99 a month, and that will allow you to make an account to log in with on your desktop. So that is what I'm using. Sometimes we use Radar Scope. Radar Scope, in my opinion, is better for chasing, but I think I like Radar Omega more for live severe weather coverage. That's my personal opinion, though. I know some people like the different ones. Alright, sounds good. Great to hear. So once again, for those of you just tuning in, we have a level 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe weather today. That includes portions of northeast Texas, central and northern Louisiana, almost the entirety of the state of Mississippi, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, western Tennessee, and western Kentucky. But right now our main focus is these storms in southwestern and southern Arkansas. We do have this storm that has a special weather statement on it near Texarkana. Let's see what this says. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and half-inch sized hail, so secure loose objects and consider moving inside a sturdy structure if you're in Texarkana. We do have this storm with a severe thunderstorm warning. This is near Tenaha and Timpson, Texas. This is warned for 1-inch quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. So, looks like this storm is producing some pretty heavy rain. So, avoid flooded roadways and consider seeking shelter inside a sturdy building. There's definitely going to be some sort of flash flood threat later today through tonight in southern and central Missouri. I mean, just look at all these storms. It has been raining in some of these areas, especially near Springfield, almost nonstop today as these storms continue to move east at around 40 miles per hour. But once again, we did just have that tornado warning get expired early near Arkadelphia, Arkansas. If you're in Arkadelphia, you're good to move out of your safe spot now, but continue to keep an eye on the weather. We have 9 likes this stream for watching. Thank you all for the support. We'll do a like goal of 20 for this stream. We don't hit 20 too often. We typically get to around 10. So I appreciate you all. Let's see if we can get 20 likes. We're going to be here as long as needed and as long as I can. Welcome in, Itzbra. Good to see you. Hey, I got some rain in northwest Indiana right now. Let's take a look. So northwest Indiana, we'll look near Gary. So it looks like you guys have some heavy rain, some lightning, maybe small hail and gusty winds. We have this, one special weather statement near Awanata, north of Knox, Indiana. So wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some small hail with that too. So gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Wouldn't be surprised to see some widespread power outages with those storms as well. You were in LaPorte or Michigan City. We'll look at LaPorte. LaPorte, Indiana. Okay, so you are just to the north of this special weather statement. So consider seeking shelter inside a sturdy building and secure loose objects. Nothing to be too concerned about, but if you do hear thunder, be sure to stay indoors. That storm is producing some lightning. But my main focus still remains on this storm along I-35 near Rockport, Malvern, Midway, Caddo Valley, and Arkadelphia, Arkansas. For those of you wondering if I will be going live tomorrow for severe weather coverage, tomorrow we have, I believe, 2 separate marginal risks of severe weather. So we'll have a 2% tornado risk. A lot of that's going to be remnants of today's storms. We have a marginal risk, which includes the Florida Panhandle along with southern Alabama and an extreme southwestern Georgia. So there's a 2% tornado risk there. And then our second marginal risk, which is for portions of Virginia, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and North Carolina, does not have a tornado risk with it, but does have a damaging wind risk. So our southern marginal risk tomorrow will be a tornado and damaging wind risk. Neither of those are accompanied by any hail risk yet. Wouldn't be surprised to see one of those upgraded to a slight risk tomorrow. I'm not sure which ones of you have seen my community tab post, but last night I had recorded an about 1 minute and 45 second YouTube short to upload as a forecast for today, but YouTube Studio was having issues and I couldn't get that uploaded, so I do apologize for that. There was really nothing I could do about it, but we're hoping today busts. I think it will, at least right now. Maybe we'll see something happen this evening, but it's kind of going to be a QLCS or quasi-linear convective system. We're kind of going to see a line of storms later. Justin is still getting pounded with rain. He's near Caddo Valley, Arkansas. You can see it looks like we got some minor street flooding on those roads down there on that little hill. Be sure to go subscribe to him. His link is in the live chat. Once again, Huge shout out to him for allowing me to use his live feed today. He's 90 subscribers from 2,000, so let's see if we can get him there today. That is a huge milestone. So if you are in these areas near where Justin is, be sure to avoid flooded roadways and unnecessary travel, because there's only going to be more rain. So be sure that you are avoiding those flooded roadways, especially tunnels or little valleys, because looks like we've got at least a couple inches of water on those roads, and it is just coming down. So turn around, don't drown, avoid flooded roadways. Doesn't look like we have a flash flood warning out there yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of those start to pop up soon, especially in southern Missouri. New tornado warning. I don't know what is happening, but I was just about to say that. We have that new rotation just popping up, and that is a strong rotation. That is just to the northwest of Friendship, Arkansas. That is strong rotation, my friends, near DeGray Lake. So if you are in this area, there's that tornado warning just popped up. That would have been a good call out if I said it 10 seconds earlier. But this tornado warning includes Midway, Arkansas, Friendship, Arkansas, to the north of Caddo Valley. That rotation popped up in quite literally 1 or 2 scans. Look at that. It looked like just a little bit of wind going the other way on velocity on the right. And then this next scan, boom. So this storm does have the potential to produce a tornado. Seek shelter now in the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you are traveling on Interstate 30 near Midway, Arkansas, Rockport, Malvern, I would recommend pulling off the road and seeking shelter inside a sturdy building. If you're traveling south on Interstate 30 towards Midway or Friendship, I would postpone that travel. It is not worth the risk because this is a strong rotation. For right now, it's going to remain just to the west of the interstate with the way it's traveling, but you never know if it could shift, so please have multiple ways to receive weather alerts. This tornado warning does include portions of the interstate. Let me go ahead and update our title. Give me just a second, everyone. But once again, a new tornado warning, which includes portions of Clark County, Arkansas, along with Garland County and Hot Spring County. If you're in this red polygon, seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Oh my gosh, we may have a second rotation trying to develop again near Friendship, Arkansas. But this is warned for mainly that rotation. Now, I would not be surprised if we have a tornado on the ground. That is very strong rotation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and update the title. Sorry everyone, I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, should be updated. So once again, a tornado warning for very strong rotation just to the west of Interstate 30 near Friendship in Midway, Arkansas. Seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. This is an urgent situation. That is a very strong velocity signature. So you need to be in your safe spot in DeRoche or Old DeRoche. In Caney, Arkansas, just to the north of Caney, there's that rotation. This is pretty much on top of you, so you need to run, not walk to your safe spot. Hopefully that's just contamination from rain or hail, but it does look like we may have a CC drop near Caney, Arkansas. I mean, unfortunately, it lines up very well with our velocity, so I would not be surprised if this is a tornado on the ground near Caney, Arkansas. Seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows. Yeah, that's definitely a CC drop. That is an extremely dangerous tornado. I would not be surprised to see this go PDS. We have a large tornado on the ground near D. Roach, Arkansas, approaching Antioch near Caney, Arkansas, just to the north of Caney, Arkansas. Seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. You have mere seconds to get into your safe spot. This is a large, damaging tornado on the ground. If you know anybody in this area, please, please, please alert them immediately. This is an extremely dangerous situation. If you're in Caney, Arkansas, DeRoche, I'm not sure how to say it, or Antioch, you need to seek shelter now, just to the west of I-30. This is a damaging tornado on the ground. I am 99% sure we have a tornado on the ground. The correlation coefficient and velocity signatures line up extremely well. You can really see how it just developed the past 2 scans. So once again, please seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows. If you do not have a basement or storm shelter, get into a hallway or room, such as a closet, away from windows, and in the center of the building, away from windows. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Once again, in Caney, Arkansas, please seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. This is a tornado on the ground. Extremely dangerous situation. This is an intense tornado. This is just to the west of Interstate 30. So please share the stream out with people. This is an extremely dangerous tornado. I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat myself, but that's really all I can say. Strong tornado on the ground near Midway, Friendship, Arkansas, just to the west of Interstate 30. We're going to read this tornado warning. Okay, so it did just go observed from National Weather Service in Little Rock. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for north central Clark County, southeastern Garland, and central Hot Springs. At 3:56 p.m. Central Daylight Time, this is 1 minute ago, a confirmed tornado was located near DeGray Lake State Park, or 12 miles north of Arkadelphia, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado, radar confirmed a tornado. Flying debris will be deadly to those caught without shelter. You can see the debris on the left on the correlation coefficient. That is a very large debris signature. Let's measure that really quick. It's almost 1.5 miles wide. There is lots of debris in the air as it is hitting this subdivision. So if you're in DeRoche, Antioch, near Caney, Arkansas, Midway, Saginaw, Social Hill, you need to run, not walk to your safe spot. This is an extremely dangerous situation. This is currently our only tornado warning. Hopefully this is beginning to weaken, but this is our first tornado of the day, I believe. But that is a large debris ball on correlation coefficient. But please remain in your safe spot in Caney, Arkansas. Anywhere in this red polygon except for Old DeRoche, you need to be in your safe spot right now. Respect the polygon. It feels weird having the EF5 drought to an end since the last one hit Moore, Oklahoma. I mean, I agree it's spread. Even though it is an EF5, and I do agree that it did deserve the rating, it still feels wrong to say that we have an EF5. Just because it's been so long and there was always a classic list, and it kind of feels weird to add a new one. But this is going to be a rain wrap tornado. You are not going to be able to see it. Justin's stream is buffering, but you can see right here just how rainy it is there. So you're not going to be able to see the tornado. Do not try to see it. You need to run, not walk to your safe spot near Caney, Arkansas, or Midway. If you're on Interstate 30 between Midway and Malvern, pull off, go to the nearest gas station or somewhere. That's crazy being able to see the debris streak of a tornado on radar. Yes, it is. So on the right, I'm going to explain something to you guys. On the right, this is the velocity signature. That's where we can identify the rotation. If we go a couple scans back, you can see how it really just popped up. It was just a spin-up tornado right there. And you could see where the debris started to develop on the left. And then sometimes the correlation coefficient, which is on the left, is not very accurate because it will pick up hail. But you can see how well it lines up with the tornado signature. And oh my gosh, the correlation coefficient, CC drop, that's what we call it, is getting even worse. So there's more debris in the air. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is a significant tornado on the ground. So seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows. If you do not have a basement or storm shelter, get away from windows on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, a bathroom, hallway, or closet. If your storm shelter is outdoors and you are near Caney or Midway, Arkansas, do not run outside to your storm shelter. Get into your basement. And unfortunately, this this debris signature is actually getting very close to Interstate 30. So while our tornado is a good couple miles away from the interstate, our debris has floated right towards I-30. So that's very dangerous. Debris is what can injure people from tornadoes. So we are hoping that everybody along here is okay. Thankfully, that rotation did rapidly weaken. You could see it through those next couple scans. It looks like it was just a spin-up tornado, a brief but strong tornado. So hopefully everybody is okay. So even though the tornado is not near the interstate, the debris is. So once again, a tornado likely lifting now, but still potentially on the ground, and that debris is approaching Interstate 30. That is a large debris signature. I'm curious if we could see the debris from any other radars. Let's check Fort Smith. It's kind of too hard to tell, but you can see the rotation. So definitely a very strong, potentially intense tornado. We'll likely see catastrophic damage there. And now this debris is falling. We have debris fallout right near the interstate. You can see that on the correlation coefficient. This whole debris ball right here, right near Antioch and Saginaw, right there. So if you're there, you need to seek shelter now. That debris is very dangerous. The debris is sometimes the most dangerous part of a tornado. It's the most deadly part. So please seek shelter now on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. So hopefully this tornado has lifted. I believe it has, but that certainly was a big tornado, a damaging tornado. So hopefully everybody there is alright. But this debris is continuing to fly through the air, and it is pretty much right on top of the interstate. So if you are in this area, please, please, please continue to seek shelter in your safe spot. This is an extremely dangerous situation. So once again, continue to seek shelter along Interstate 30 near Antioch, Midway, Saginaw, Social Hill, Oak Grove, DeRoche, Arkansas. We're going to check on our rotation, so let's switch to velocity. That rotation has rapidly weakened, you can see near DeRoche, but continue to be in your safe spot. But now the main threat with this tornado is going to be the debris fallout. We'll go over today's threat level a little bit now that this situation kinda has settled down, but still debris falling out near Interstate 30. So I'm going to go over today's severe risk and some of our watches. You can see this whole yellow highlighted area is our level 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe weather. So that will accompany a couple tornadoes with a very rare but possible strong tornado like we just saw. Those spin-up tornadoes are really going to be our main risk, so we need to keep an eye on the radar, because if I was not already focused on that storm, I would not have noticed that signature. That happened in just a couple of radar scans, guys. That type of thing can happen in minutes. But that yellow area is our slight risk, and then our marginal risk stretches all the way back through Michigan, through Texas. And then our tornado watch, which includes portions of the Arklatex region, central Arkansas, southern Arkansas, southwest Arkansas. And that tornado watch did include portions of Oklahoma, but that is now expired. And then we have that watch including portions of northwest Louisiana, with Shreveport included in that, and then Texarkana, Texas, and Arkansas are both in that severe watch. So if you do know anybody in these areas, please, please, please send them this stream, because I doubt we still have a tornado on the ground, but that rotation does look like it is beginning to pick up again. Thankfully, that debris is beginning to settle down, but it is still falling, so continue to seek shelter inside a sturdy building. If you're in a vehicle, I would say continue driving at this point, now that we don't have a tornado on the ground. But if you're traveling south on Interstate 30, pull off near Rockport or Friendship. Do not drive in this area between Rockport and Friendship unless you are traveling northeast. You're jumping off? Tortuga Lisa? Alright, sounds good. Thank you so much for the new subscription and hanging out. I really appreciate you. Have a great day. Stay safe out there and enjoy your afternoon. Alright, hey everyone, I just had to grab some water really quick, but I am back. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. We do currently have this, still possibly a tornado on the ground near Interstate 30, and you can see that debris falling. Still, there's much less now, but that is just to the west of the interstate. So if you're in this area in Clark County, let's see what other counties. If you are in southeastern Garland County, central Hot Spring County, or north central Clark County in Arkansas, continue to remain weather aware. This is an extremely dangerous storm, our most significant so far of the day. This is potentially the second tornado that it has produced. I am not 100% sure where Justin is located. Okay, it looks like he is near Arkadelphia. Their stream is cutting out, but hopefully they're doing alright. Looks like they're in a bad connection zone. So once again, for those of you just tuning in, we just had a strong tornado on the ground just to the west of Interstate 30 near Midway, Arkansas and Caddo Valley. Likely strong tornado which just went over Caney and I believe DeRoche Antioch, those areas in Arkansas. And that tornado was mainly just north of Caney. You can see this is when I believe it was at its strongest. This is when we had the rotation picking up and the debris just starting, because the velocity, I believe, is about a minute ahead. And then on this next scan, the tornado likely starts its weakening phase, but you can see that rotation starts to pick up on the left. Or, not rotation, debris fallout, sorry. I get things a little bit confused when I'm talking quickly. But we have 11 likes this stream and 3 people watching, so I appreciate all of you in here. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Helps out a lot. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing to the channel. It is completely free, also completely optional, and if you would like to go above and beyond, I do have a PayPal. I will link that in chat. That is also completely optional, but extremely appreciated. It helps me pay for things like Radar Scope, Radar Omega, hopefully more subscriptions in the future, and just helps out a lot. So thank you all for supporting the channel. You will get a shout out on the stream if you do send a donation, but that is 100% optional. As always, does help out a lot though. There's that PayPal link for any of you interested in going above and beyond to support the channel. That's in the live chat. But I appreciate all of you just being here today for this live severe weather coverage. That's going to be an ongoing severe threat all day, not just now. I probably won't be able to live stream the entire time, but we will be here as much as possible. So we just had our first tornado of the day, potentially second, but I'm not sure if we had an actual tornado accompanied with our first tornado warning. Not 100% sure at the moment. I haven't seen any confirmed reports, but I can tell you without a doubt that that most recent tornado warning definitely had a tornado on it. My stream chat is not working, so give me just a second to get that rebooted, everyone. Hopefully YouTube isn't down again. I know they have been having some technical difficulties. So, let me get that rebooted. But I hope you're all doing well. Be sure to let me know where you're tuning in from in the live chat so I can give the most accurate forecast for you and keep you up to date. If you are in these areas anticipating severe weather today, be sure to have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts, such as wireless emergency alerts on your smartphone. Most people have smartphones. I wouldn't recommend depending on emergency alert system broadcasts, because sometimes these storms cause power outages, which would make you lose your TV. Weather radios are always a great option. Many Midland walkie-talkies are also capable of providing weather radio coverage for your local area. So weather radios are always a good idea to have. Make sure to have batteries in those, because today is definitely going to be a day where it is necessary. But once again, we just had a strong tornado on the ground with potentially catastrophic damage near Caney, Arkansas. If we go back a bit on the radar, we actually caught this right on time. I mentioned it right as the tornado warning was issued. So let's go to 21 frames. You can see right around 3:44 p.m. Central Daylight Time is when this rotation was first visible on radar. Then at 3:47 it intensifies, but then at 3:49 is really when it's obvious that we have a tornado developing, or honestly on the ground at this point. I think sometime between this 3:49 and 3:52 scan, we had a tornado touchdown, and then right after the tornado seemed to weaken is when we could see that debris on the left on the correlation coefficient. Give me just a second, everyone. I'll be right back. I apologize for the delay. Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about that. Let me check on Justin's feed really quick. It looks like he might still be buffering. I'd imagine the connection isn't great out there. This is a pretty rural area in Arkansas, and also the storms probably wouldn't help with it. But I'm going to try to get his stream rebooted. But it looks like it is still buffering right now. We've got 4 people watching and 11 likes this stream, so I appreciate all the support. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. The support lately has been pretty amazing, so just want to thank you all for that. If you do know anybody in these areas, be sure to share the live stream out. It's a great way for them to receive weather alerts accurate and up to date. But we are starting to see sort of a line forming with more severe thunderstorm warnings. So we have warnings stretching from almost near the Louisiana border up through the Little Rock area. Most of these are with 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. But this storm in between the other 2 severe thunderstorm warnings right along Interstate 30 near Rockport still does have that tornado possible tag, as we do have broad rotation near Magnet Cove, Rockport, Malvern, Arkansas, just to the southeast of Hot Springs by about 9 miles. And that rotation is moving northeast right towards Magnet Cove. It's about 9.5 miles away from there. So in Magnet Cove, just in case a new tornado warning is issued, this storm does have the potential to produce a tornado, even if it's not looking like it right now. So in Magnet Cove, be prepared to get into your safe spot, but for right now, you are probably good. But other than this rotation that we got going on right now, there's honestly not much to talk about. I'll keep an eye on it. That's our main focus. If things do begin to die down, I can always end the live stream and come back later. We've been live for 57.5 minutes. We're not going to end right now. I'm going to stick with you guys a bit longer. We can actually take a look at these storms in southern Missouri. Just special weather statements. Looks like some moderate to heavy rain, but it's going to accumulate over time and produce flash flooding. So the main risks with this storm are lightning, wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, and then down the road we're going to see some flash flooding. I wouldn't be surprised to see some flood advisories or flash flood warnings put out soon, especially in areas like Springfield, Missouri. We have had plenty of rain there all day. I'll actually check Power Outage US, always a good resource. They did redesign their website. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not terrible. So now it's poweroutage.com. But let's pull this up. So Missouri has a total of 3,551 electric customers without power. 30 of those are in Newton County, 32 in Harrison County. Most of those are in Berry County with 514 customers out. That's where we've seen some of that heavy rain. Ozark County, 74. Stone County has had 70 customers without power as of right now. I'd imagine we'll see some of these numbers increase as we go throughout the evening. Oh, that's cool. I actually like this redesign now that I see this radar. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so we'll check on some of the other states. Arkansas with 8,000 customers out. A lot of heavy rain up in Carroll County. I'm assuming that's what most of the causes of outages are. Where we just had our tornado, Pike County, Arkansas, in Clark County, have got some power outages. I almost said people. I mean power outages. So Pike County is just to the south of where our tornado was. They have 989 customers out. Clark County with 197. Montgomery County, which I believe is where our tornado was, has 160 customers out, not counties. So that's what we're looking at in terms of the power outage map right now. And then I'm pretty sure all these other states are just regular outages, probably not much to do with the storms. To ensure you have the best experience on the stream, select quality in the top, hit settings, and make sure you have it set to 1080p 60 FPS or 720p 60 FPS for the best experience. Once you get down to 480p, things get kind of laggy, or not laggy, but kind of pixelated. So for the best experience, make sure you have that quality turned up. I'm going to check on Justin's stream, make sure. Okay, so it looks like his stream is back. Pretty laggy, but I'm going to go ahead and reboot it for us. Okay, so doesn't look like it wants to come back for me right now. That's okay though. We've got 3 people watching, so let me know where you're tuning in from. Mainly concerned about this area along Interstate 30 in southern and southwestern Arkansas with this storm near Benton and Hot Springs. So they did get rid of that tornado possible tag now. If things do begin to die down, I can always end off stream and come back later. Did not mean to do that. That was an accident. I'm not sure why I switched to the stream starting screen. But we are back. Looks like I might have accidentally hit the wrong thing with OBS. But this rotation, it looks like it tried to come back for a second south of Hot Springs, Arkansas. But now it's pretty much just dead. So I'm going to continue to try to reboot Justin's stream, but it looks like it's having some issues. Alright, so we are going to get back to this coverage. We've got some heavy rain now, small hail, lightning approaching Little Rock, Arkansas from these storms. One of those was previously tornado warned. Now it looks like its tornado threat as of right now is pretty dead. But if you're new around here, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps out a lot. I provide severe weather coverage for areas all across the country, pretty much any day that it is needed. But if I'm being honest, I might end the stream pretty soon here and come back later. We don't have anything too crazy going on. We have the storm with 1.5-inch hail, pretty big hail, ping pong ball size near Sparkman in Chidester, Bearden, Arkansas. Maybe we'll keep an eye on that. Not in the best radar coverage area. We have been live for over an hour now. We've been live for an hour and 5 minutes. So, if I'm being honest, if we don't see anything pick up in the next couple minutes, I might end off stream and come back later. But I'll stay live for now. Just letting you all know. I'm not sure how much longer we'll be here. You know what? Just for the heck of it, we'll stay live a bit longer. Just in case anything picks up. We've got 2 people watching, so feel free to hang out in the live chat. We do have, I don't think this is new, I just didn't notice it earlier, this severe thunderstorm warning north of Little Rock. This includes Clinton, Arkansas. Fairfield Bay is just outside of it, so includes Clinton, Arkansas, along with Highway 65. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds are the threats with this storm. So a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 4:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for central Van Buren, west central Cleburne, and northeastern Conway counties. At 4:08 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Cleveland, over 18 miles north of Morrilton, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Source radar indicated. So hail damage to vehicles is possible. I wouldn't say that it will break your windshields, but definitely some hail dents are possible. We might see some isolated large hail pick up with that. There we go. I'm not sure what happened to our screen, but we're back. So I would just secure loose objects and stay inside a sturdy building up there in Clinton, Arkansas. But they actually did just expire that severe warning, probably because we're not seeing nearly as large hail as it was warned for, if any hail at all. But this storm south of Little Rock, I believe this is a new severe warning. Quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, heavy rain. That does include portions of southern Little Rock near Wrightsville. It is just to the south of Interstate 30, south of Benton. So that's in effect until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So this includes a lot of counties. I'm going to go ahead and read through this. National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Grant County, Jefferson County, southeastern Saline County, east central Hot Spring County, and Pulaski County in central Arkansas. So if you are in these areas, seek shelter inside a sturdy building. If thunder roars, get indoors. Avoid flooded roadways. These storms are producing significant rain, along with potentially minor hail. Nothing too crazy at the moment. But I want to thank all of you for tuning in. We had some great people in here this live stream. We had Paige, Maddie, thank you for tuning in, Paige. Tortuga, Lisa, thank you for tuning in, Lisa. We had Jesse, thanks for tuning in, Jesse. South Central Alaska, WX, thank you for tuning in. We had Itzbra, thank you for tuning in. Looks like that's everyone. And then, of course, all you silent viewers, appreciate you as well. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. We actually do have some new severe thunderstorm warnings down in Louisiana, south of Shreveport. The special weather statement for Shreveport expires in 30 minutes. Wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour and pea-sized hail. The severe thunderstorm warning for less than 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So severe thunderstorm warning for DeSoto Parish, Natchitoches, I believe, Parish in northwestern Louisiana, Sabine Parish. Hopefully I'm saying those right. I'm trying my best. But that's kind of all we're looking at right now. Not too much going on at the moment. So it is possible that we end off stream. I'll probably stay live here. You may as well just stay live and continue this one stream. That's probably better. Okay, it looks like Justin's feed has came back. I'm either just noticing or it just came back. But there we go. Now he's back. Hopefully their connection has improved. They got out of that whole severe storm warned area. This storm in southern Arkansas still does have ping pong ball sized hail near Camden, Bairden, Thornton, Fordyce. So this severe thunderstorm warning mainly includes Sparkman, Arkansas. So that includes southeastern Clark County, southwestern Grant County, southwestern Dallas County, and northern Wichita. I don't know how to say that. Tried my best. But Ouachita, and then southeastern Hot Spring County in south central Arkansas. I'm going to check on all of our severe thunderstorm warnings. I don't think we have any with tornado possible. Actually, this one in the DeSoto Parish in western Louisiana does have a tornado possible tag. So let's check velocity. And actually, we are probably going to stay alive because north of Converse, Louisiana, this does potentially have some rotation right on top of Trenton, Louisiana, Lula, Louisiana, near Benson, and Katuna, that's near Highway or Route 171. It would probably be a good idea for me to go ahead and update the stream title because we no longer have a tornado on the ground, especially a strong one in Arkansas. So let's get that updated. Okay, there we go. Stream title has been updated. We've got 4 people in here, so welcome in new viewers. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Right now, my main concern is this severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag north of Converse, Louisiana, near Union Springs, Benson, Katuna, Lula, and Trenton. So this does have the potential to produce a tornado. Do not have a tornado on the ground at the moment. But if you're in Lula, Katuna, Trenton, or Benson, Louisiana, I would be prepared to seek shelter in your safe spot, just in case a tornado warning is issued. We do have some rotation in here, right near Route 171. So once again, for those of you just tuning in, we currently have a slight risk of severe weather in effect at level 2 out of 5, and a tornado watch for portions of the Arklatex region that includes northwest Louisiana, Northeast Texas, southern Arkansas, along with central Arkansas. That tornado watch does include Little Rock, all the way up through CRC, Heber Springs, almost includes Brinkley, Jacksonville, all those areas in Arkansas. We're going to stay live a bit longer to see if we do have a tornado spin up with this storm in Louisiana. But once again, if you are south of Mansfield, Louisiana, or in Lula, Union Springs, Benson, Katuna, or Trenton, near Road 481 or Highway 171, be prepared to seek shelter. We do have some rotation along with heavy rain, lightning, so we'll potentially see some flash flooding with that storm as well. It is moving relatively slowly across those areas. Once again, I appreciate all of you who have tuned into our live stream today. We are currently sitting at 11 likes. We have been live for 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 28 seconds. Most of those likes came from the first half of the stream, but I still appreciate all of you for tuning in. We had Tortuga Lisa in the stream, Itzbra, we had Paige Maddie, Jesse Tarkelson, thanks for tuning in, South Central Iowa, or South Central Alaska, WX, my apologies, I don't know why I thought that said Iowa. But once again, I appreciate all of you for tuning in and supporting the channel. It really does help out a lot. If you would like to go above and beyond to support the channel, I do have a PayPal. That link is in chat. That is completely optional, though. Just greatly appreciated. It helps out way more than you would imagine. So it looks like Justin is right in the thick of all this rain in southern Arkansas. These are the heavy rain conditions I'm talking about that have the potential to produce flash flooding down there. Justin is currently located. They don't want to reveal his exact location, but let me take a look at his spotter dot. I believe he is still near Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Justin is near Midway, Arkansas. So that's what the conditions are looking like on Interstate 30 near Midway, Arkansas. For those of you traveling through there, please be safe on the roadways. Pretty dangerous conditions with all the rain that has been moving through there this afternoon. So that's what Justin's feed is looking like. I'll go ahead and minimize that in the corner. But be sure to go subscribe to Justin. His link is up in the chat somewhere. I can post one again if I need to. But we do have permission to use his feed this afternoon and evening, of course with proper credit. But I do appreciate Justin for allowing me to use that live feed. He does storm chasing in Arkansas, some of those surrounding states, except for Oklahoma, but mainly Missouri and Arkansas. Great guy, so be sure to go subscribe to him. There's our power outage map. I didn't mean to pull that up again. But I'll refresh it. We might as well take a look, see if anything has increased. Looks like in Missouri, it's all about the same. But Arkansas has seen an increase in outages actually a little bit from what we've seen, or what we saw earlier when we checked about probably 15 or 20 minutes ago. So let's switch back to Radar Omega, Currently, no tornado warnings, just this tornado possible tag near Mansfield, Louisiana, Trenton, Katuna, Benson, Louisiana, along Highway 171. So if you are in this area near Trenton, Louisiana, be prepared to seek shelter. You don't necessarily need to yet, but I would recommend staying inside a sturdy structure. Give me just a second. I will be right back, everyone. Hold on just a moment. So I'm just going to continue to keep an eye on this rotation in western Louisiana. Nothing too concerning going on right now, though. We did have that strong tornado with potentially catastrophic damage in southwestern Arkansas. Still waiting for more information on that, but we were live here to cover it. But I think for now, we are going to go ahead and end off the live stream here. Because, yeah, that rotation kind of just fizzled out over there right as I was saying that. If anybody has any last questions in chat, let me know. We've got 3 people watching. Please be sure to like this stream and subscribe to the channel. If we get any PayPal donations while I am gone, I'm going to probably be doing another stream later if necessary. I will be sure to shout you all out on there. Let me check really quick just to make sure I haven't missed anything. But we don't really need to be live right now, and we don't have anybody watching, so just because of that, the fact that we don't need to be covering anything right now, we are probably going to sign off for now. But I will be back live later. So once again, thank you all for tuning in. I hope to see you all in the next one, which will likely be later tonight. But peace out, everyone. See you all in the next one.